Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, you guys, check this out. All right, so last week I know I'm like a month and some change late, but um, was real busy. I considered not going to see this movie, but um, I already spoke on it. But I decided to go ahead and watch the movie. But last week in New York, I had my flight didn't leave for hours, so I had I basically had almost 10 hours to kill, when I checked out of the Airbnb. So I decided to hit the city up, go to New York City, go to Times Square. I took a couple of pictures in Times Square, which it was cool to go to Times Square for the first time, you know. But nevertheless, I decided to watch Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, the long, and I do mean very long awaited sequel to the original Top Gun. And I have to admit, I watched the movie, and when I say that I was highly, and I mean I was highly impressed with what I saw. Not just the film itself, just the special effects, the dialogue. One thing I liked about Top Gun, the sequel, um, I think for the most part they didn't try to be extremely politically correct in the movie. I think they just wanted to present a movie. Now, of course, they got modernized, and there's uh, a decision Tom Cruise makes when he decides to select his crew, his to fly this very dangerous mission that the chances of survival were damn near highly impossible. But we all know what happens at the end. I'm not going to tell you what happens at the end, but I'm glad they didn't just really go deep into that and focus to where you had to, you know, have a conversation about it. They basically presented it, and if you were smart, you understood what was going on. So I do like the aspect of that movie, but the movie is action packed. It is truly a sequel. Basically, what's going on with Maverick? He's a 30 plus year veteran in basically the Naval Academy. Basically, they want him to retire. He has his years in. He you know they just want him to retire because they feel like, hey, you've been here long enough, and they ask him to train some new pilots. You know, and basically that's what happens. And not only do we have to train these new line of pilots, a new generation, he finds out some things about himself. Pretty much Maverick, since the first Top Gun, he's pretty much been a loner. Never really got married, didn't have any children along the way. He really was committed to the military, So that's basically what it talks about. It also talks about him, like, basically, like, okay, at the end of the day, your character is pushing 60 and you pretty much have done nothing but basically, just be a pilot. And it's time for you to consider options, other things, life after the academy, the naval, basically the Naval Flight Academy. So that's pretty much it. But it's a great movie. The movie is over 2 hours, but like it just goes by extremely quick. I mean, the intensity and the flight scenes keep you into the movie, and it was well worth the wait. Like I said, keep in mind this movie was filmed in 2019. Now, of course, along the way they did a couple of reshoots and all that kind of stuff, you know. But this movie was supposed to come out originally in 2020, and we know for obvious reasons why the movie didn't come out. This movie was pushed back several times. It was supposed to come out originally the summer of 2020. Then they tried to push it back to like December. Then they pushed it back to 2021, and then finally they decided to go with 2022, May of 2022, and to much people's surprise, this movie is the most successful movie not made by Disney. I think this is the highest grossing movie of 2022. This movie has made over $500 million domestically at the box office. So I guess Paramount saw what they had, and that's why they sat on it. Now, keep in mind, Paramount sold the sequel to Coming to America. They sold some other movies to Amazon, but they decided to hold on to this movie. Like I said, and it was very financially lucrative for Paramount. I don't think nobody thought that Top Gun, the sequel, would be this successful. This is Tom Cruise's most successful movie. This is his first movie to globally cross the $1 billion mark. Like I said before, I don't think anybody saw this coming. This movie cost $180 million to produce. I think Paramount was just hoping to get at least maybe 200 million and some change, maybe just get like maybe 230, between 230 and 2, but this movie is made pretty much 3 times what it costs to produce. This movie is gonna more than likely cross the $600 million mark, you know. So yeah, kudos to Tom Cruise. But anyway, like I said, I like the movie. I enjoyed it. I recommend it, you know. And like I said before, watching this movie kind of reminded me that old throwback feel of going to the movie theaters, just watching a movie and not trying to get taught a life lesson like what they try to do this day and age. And I think that is growing thin on people. And I'm going to talk about that also as well in another video coming soon. But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.